Well, grocery store owners, they are fed up with shoplifting surge across the city. They want tougher punishments to stop repeat offenders.
It's crazy that we even have to talk about it like this, right? Well, there's a new coalition calling on city and state leaders to help in their fight. Joining us now, two leaders of the Coalition Action to Protect Our Stores Coalition, Frank Marte of the Bodega and Small Business Group and Nelson Eusebiano of the National Supermarket Association. Nice to have you both here. Nelson, what's the problem? What are you seeing right now in your stores?
The problem is that people have no fear of coming into your store and stealing and putting something into their pockets, into their bags. Once they put it into their pockets and their bags, they feel this belongs to me and you can't take it away from me. And it's rampant and it's happening more and more and it's getting very violent.
So Frank, are these people stealing because they have to feed their family? What are they doing with this stuff?
Most of the people who are stealing shoplifting, they do it to resell it. They don't do it for hunger. Here in New York, we don't die in that situation. That nobody's dying for hunger. It's many pantries. You can apply for food stamps. It's a lot of benefits. So most of the people, they are doing that because they want to resell it. And that's why we need to punish the shoplifting and the person who buy the theft.
You're saying it's about 97% of the people that steal to resell.
That's I believe
very
that.
high.
I believe that's the number because that's what I see, and all over on the different boroughs, and that's what I see, and nobody's dying hungry here.
Yeah. Well, so tell me about the, I guess, like the practical things in this coalition that you're asking for to be done to protect you, to protect people coming in, just regular people trying to buy stuff. What are you guys looking for?
We need bail reform. So when these career
but when we say bail reform, everyone says it's a big thing. We don't want to touch it. What are some of the actual things you're talking about?
Well, we're talking about that when we call the police department, that we have a shoplifter, that they respond and that they come and they take them away. Most times we do call the police department, they don't show up, or they show up two hours later. We have to let the shoplifter go. So it creates an environment that.
But Nelson, you're seeing repeat shoplifters. Even if the police come and arrest them, they're back again, right?
Absolutely, they're back again. And I have to tell you, our employees are terrified. We have young people that come to work, young cashiers that work part-time. These kids are 16, 17 years old. They're traumatized. They're traumatized working in the supermarkets. We have parents that call us up. Is it safe for my kid to go work there? So we have an environment that's not conducive to selling food, which is what we want to do.
So let me ask you something. Have you talked to any of the leaders in Albany? And what kind of response have you gotten?
We particularly have spoken to every DA in Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx. And we express our concern. Some of them sympathize with us and say, well, their hands are tied. You got to talk to people in Albany. We have sent letters and messages to Albany, and we haven't had any communication with them. We spoke with the mayor quite often, and I have to say the mayor is very concerned, and the mayor knows about our coalition. As a matter of fact, he told us, we need your support. We need you to help us.
But the mayor has talked to people in Albany as well, and he can't seem to get anything done, too. So what is the next step if they're telling you this is how you can get change?
That's why the coalition was formed, to bring it to attention. We're going to be in the newspapers, we'll be in social media, we're going to be in your show, bringing it to attention that we need help here. This is a cry out for help. We're not civil activists. We're crying out for help. We need you to understand people need access to food in a safe and a humane manner.
Of course, and your workers need a safe place to go. Where are we going with this? I'm concerned, are grocery stores going to wind up like pharmacies? Like you go in there, you can't get toothpaste without flagging somebody down for help.
Well, that's something that we are fighting to get that protection. That's why even when we ask to the elected official or the DA that it need to be consequence, because otherwise our store will disappear. We being afraid. Sometimes most of the people who commit when they go to the store and they shoplift, we don't report because it's like we're gonna call and they threat us the next day they out there.
Yeah.
So it's not much that you can do. And you fear for our security and the employees because
but there's
no consequence. That they don't have no consequence, and our DA, they are not punishing them. They are not putting consequence. And our elected officials, they are the worst in this case, that they have had no press on how to work with the DAs and the NYPD. We need to support the NYPD. We need to work together.
Nelson, are we in danger of like seeing food locked up?
Exactly right, and that's what we're fighting. Right now, we sell everything that's cosmetics, shampoos, baby formula behind the counters. And it's going to get to be more and more of that happening. We're going to have an environment where everything is going to be behind the counter, and the shopping experience is going to be gone. You're not going to be able to go and smell the fruits, read the ingredients, look at a recipe. That's going to disappear if we don't do something now.
So what's the next step that you guys are taking?
Well, the step is we formed this coalition to bring attention to what's going on, and we're hoping that with your help, with the media, that the local officials will understand what's going on. We understand there's a lot of people at City Council in Albany that they have good intentions, but quite frankly, I think sometimes they're naive. If they come down to our supermarkets and they see the day-to-day that we go through, they will understand our situation.
I mean, don't you deserve the respect that a robber does? It seems like we're more concerned about the robber's feelings than yours. I mean, you're hardworking people trying to make a living, support your family. Right. Are you in danger of closing?
We're in danger of closing or moving away. I tell you what, our association, we represent independent supermarkets in New York City. Now, 30% of our membership is down south. They packed up and they left to Florida. They left to North Carolina because they can't take it anymore here in New York.
Yeah, I know we're hearing a lot of the same things, but we appreciate you guys forming this coalition, asking people for help, continuing to put pressure on our elected officials, because that's what's going to happen.
And you know what, people who are watching right now, call your elected officials, your city council people.
Absolutely.
You call your senators, your state senators, your state assembly people, because they're not talking to them. Albany is deaf right now. They're not talking to them. Or our mayor. So do something. Pick up the phone instead of just sitting here watching us.
Yes, we need that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Rosanna.
I'm mad, Frank and Nelson.
Thank you.
Well, we thank you guys for being
that's
here.
the support that we need.
Yeah, the anger.
the best to you.
Because when
Thank
you
you.
walk into stores and they look like that, that's when we get angry.
Well, that's what you're going to have in the future.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for being
All
here.
right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.